Hi, welcome to my set of videos. This is Patricia Ann Landon Regali, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from the trenches of having been targeted. I am a targeted individual to have been targeted since about the age of 25 for about a couple of years. Then it would recess into the background on and off until the year of COVID, about 2020, whenever gang stalking had reemerged in full force and full effect. At the time of this recording, it is November 2024, and the gang stalking, the PSYOP assignments still continue. And so my videos they're about my experiences as a targeted individual. I had been railroaded out of a successful and thriving career as a paramedic. I've been a paramedic for about 13 years before I walked away from my profession as a paramedic for two reasons. The first one was so I could speak freely about being heavily targeted and gang stalked in medical facilities by other medical professionals. If I were to hold a job in the medical world, that would be a huge conflict of interest for me and any potential employer. And so I have a passion for sharing this with the world because what's happened to me can happen to anybody. And if we were to shrink in fear, how would anybody ever rise up to protect themselves and to arm themselves with the knowledge of objective data? And additionally, since I was being targeted in the medical world, I knew it was a matter of time before somebody was paid to bear false accusations against my license. In other words, it was a matter of time before people would just make false accusations on my license. So those were the two reasons why I had nobly walked away from my career as a paramedic. And so I decided not to renew my license because if my license was inert and non-viable, nobody could make any accusation against it. So I stayed 10 steps ahead of the community-based harassment. And so these videos are about my thoughts. They're about my experiences as a heavily targeted individual. So thank you for stopping.
Hey, welcome to another video. Welcome to another talk about life in general, being a targeted individual, having been gang stalked. I'm looking forward for the day that there is full disclosure on it, because America needs to know what's been going on out hidden in plain sight. And so, but until then, I'm just going to keep doing my videos talking about my experiences. But with regards to my experiences, I know there are others out there that know about my experiences having been targeted. Some of you guys have targeted me. And some of you guys know the targeting has happened and have looked the other way. Either way, for everybody who knew about it and for those who did participate in it, you all get served a heavy-handed judgment. So that's all on you. All I can say is that if your life starts going to hell in a handbasket, you might want to make amends with telling the truth as prescribed in other videos. I'll attach a link. But until then, I'm still homeless, working my way through the reboot. I can reboot through anything, bitches. But had I been left alone, I'd have still been on my square. But since there are some of those who are so involved in cashing out people through the Nazi tactics, well, more power to you in the realm of getting your karma handed to you. So it doesn't really matter. I'm still doing my thing, still doing my grind, and still having a good time through it. As far as I'm concerned, it's been it's been an adventure and will be an adventure. I've done everything there is in life, as far as raising a child, married, having had dealt with marital discrepancies, and having dealt with all of the backstabbing, all of the gossip. So if you guys have been privy to the gossip, I would suggest that you report that, because that is part of the Auschwitz 2.0. They have to corrupt the people around the targeted individual to make the target feel a sense of isolation. And so if you've been privy to that, you've been privy to the inner workings of gang stalking, the inner workings of targeting somebody. So you might want to get on that ball and start to do what you can to bring corruption to an end, because if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for anything. So, but until then, I just keep doing my own thing, keep doing my own grind. But for everybody that stops to watch my videos, thank you. I had been on heavy hermit mode for a while, but now I'm reintegrating, and it's been fun. It's been great. And even though there are the conflicts that arise from it, I'm built to survive it all. And so if you shrink in the face of conflict, it's okay. Just pick yourself back up and get back on your grind, because as long as you keep doing your forward movements one step at a time, keep on swimming, you'll make it. I know I am, and I know I will. But until then, it's just, how do you live a better life than you had the day before, within being the best version of yourself that you possibly can be? And so if you come up against feelings of hopelessness, feelings of helplessness, it's okay. Just know that it's part of our story. But the part of our story we're meant to live is a story of survival. It's a story of how do we become our better version of ourselves than we were yesterday, because ain't nobody perfect. But the question is, are you willing to become better than the day before you were? How willing are you to become better than the last version of yourself? So if you're busy gossiping and slandering somebody, then I question, what do you have to gain from it? Because if you have something to gain from gossiping and slandering somebody, that means you're not on the up and up. You might want to fix it. But until then, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.